All right, I guess we're live. It's New Comic Book Day, Wednesday, April 11th, 2018. Super tired. It's 11 o'clock p.m. where I'm at. Just wanted to go over what I got this week and today and recently. Recently on eBay, bought these on a whim because I thought they looked cool. Batman 544. This is battling Etrigan Demon. But I mainly bought it because it came as like a package with this one, which looks sick as fuck. I thought it's like a sick ass cover. This like Joker cult guy sacrificing a Batman. And it looks badass. And so this eBay auction really drew me in. I thought it looked really cool when it came with all these as a package. So I have no idea what they're really about. And I wish there was more issues to complete the whole entire storyline, but there's like gaps in between. But yeah, that first or that second one with the Joker sacrificing Batman just looks fucking awesome. So I'm stoked for that. Also, I ordered online. I really like Twin Peaks, so I ordered this Twin Peaks fan magazine called Blue Rose, issue 5, I guess, volume 1, number 5, March 2018. But it's also Jeff Lemire did the cover art for that as well. You can tell once you see his stuff, it looks exactly the same, which I'm not a huge fan of his art per se, but I like his stories a lot, and I know he's a huge fan of Twin Peaks also, which is cool. These guys got him to do the cover. But also today was the new Gideon Falls by Jeff Lemire. So these are the two covers that came out today. Got those. I'll talk about that in a little bit. I'll wrap back around to those new comic book issues. Also, I wanted to say that recently I got Baby Teeth, Volume 1, issues 1 through 5. Donny Cates, who's currently just finished Thanos, which came out today as the last issue. That's like the one I've read today. I've had time to read. And that was good. It was a good conclusion. It's kind of how I figured things would end. But anyways, yeah, Baby Teeth. It's pretty cool. It's a nice soft cover. I like the way it feels. Just letters on the top are a little raised and a little glossy as well. I recommend checking out Baby Teeth. So far, these first 5 issues seems like it's all set up, and I'm excited to see what the next 5 issues are about. The first Baby Teeth issue I ever bought was issue 9, I think, and I put off reading it because I ordered this at the same day online as I physically bought in the store issue 9 when it came out. And this finally arrived at my doorstep yesterday, so I just crushed through it. And I guess there's also Volume 2. I'm not sure if it's out now or if it's up for pre-order, but I'm going to order that for sure. I also just put in a bid on eBay for all issues 1 through 10, so I'm going to have an extra copy of 9, but whatever. I just want to catch up on all this, and I might even order Volume 2, even though I'm going to bid on the single issues of the entire set so far of Baby Teeth. Wasn't because I don't know. That was because I enjoyed it so much that I think it's that awesome. But I really like the different art and covers that are put out for Baby Teeth, at least for issue 1. They have a lot of creative, different designs and different artists that were jumping on, and it's one of that even registered or not. But that one's pretty cool. There's like a virgin copy and one with a lettering on top. by the artist Juan Doe. Definitely Hispanic. I'm Hispanic as well, and I thought that was he just seems like a cool guy, and I like all his designs and art. And I feel like he's always like more anonymous. He never really shows his face as an artist. He just always has a caricature for his profile picture on whenever they feature him in back of different articles or different comics. So I don't know what that guy looks like, but I mean I kind of have an idea from the caricatures that is posted but or published. Yeah, his art is pretty cool. I like it, and I don't know. I feel like he might be like a metalhead, like me or hardcore. I always think of Jane Doe, Converge, Juan Doe. There's a small similar relation there, but I could be wrong. Another one I purchased also for Baby Teeth was this cover. I'm not sure if you can see that either. I mean, I thought that was cool, like a little baby in a carriage reaching up to those little things they have hanging. But yeah, there's a lot of cool art that helped me latch on to want to buy more stuff from Baby Teeth just for the design purposes. All right, so yeah, I got that recently. I talked about this last week. My B cover for Snaggle came in. I also finally finished reading Kingdom Come, and I'm not sure what the other two issues went. They're somewhere around here. There we go. Yeah. All right. So. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So everyone always talks about Kingdom Come, how awesome it is, and they always say that as a comic book fan, your biggest regret is just being able to read Kingdom Come once for the first time. Because I guess it's so good, and I agree. It was very good. It's a alternate universe and Elseworld. And I just really fucking hated Wonder Woman in this. I didn't want to hate her. I want to like Wonder Woman. I think she's pretty cool as a character, but like, man, I fucking hated Wonder Woman. I think she's like just conniving. Same thing as like in the Injustice series. She's just like conniving and latching on to Superman and bending him to like her will. And at the end, there was no justification for her at all, for all her faults, whatever. She's still rewarded at the end, like all the other heroes, or whatever. So I thought that was kind of shitty, but I wish she would have got what was coming to her, but it never fucking happens with her. She always gets away with everything scot-free. Also, I actually got in one of the rare covers of Gideon Falls, because I'm a huge fan of Jeff Lemire and Gideon Falls. Once again, I think this series has huge potential, and I'm very excited to read issue 2. So I just really wanted to hunt down whatever covers there were available right now, and I just have one more to get, one more cover. I haven't shown you guys all the ones I have, but there's one more I need to collect to have them all. I also got in from last week the B variant of Batman with the Catwoman dress, and this got a lot of hate. Like, a lot of people fucking hated it, and a lot of people are really hating on Tom King's Batman, which I agree to for the most part. Like, I don't really like her Catwoman being able to punch out 3 flashes with like 1 kick each, in like a matter of like a second and a half. And it's not feasible. And I get that. People are saying they were under Poison Ivy's control. And Poison Ivy doesn't really know their powers to a certain extent, but there was a lot of like loopholes and a lot of give that you had to give to that whole entire section and most of Tom King's stories in general. So I see where both sides are coming from, but I really enjoyed this issue. It was fun. It was cute. People were really mad about this issue in particular, I guess because of she robbed a wedding dress stole her for a wedding dress. You know, Bruce could have bought her one. It shows that she didn't really change as a person or a character. She's still her thieving self, which I don't know if Batman knows or not. She also snuck out of bed while Batman was next to her, you know. So people were like, well, maybe, you know, that wouldn't happen because Batman, one, he wouldn't be asleep at that time. Two, he would definitely be aware if anyone got up around him. Three, you know, maybe he was aware that she got up and he just gave her the benefit of the doubt to do whatever and just not worry about it. Also, when she came back in, Alfred was there, and people were like, oh no, how can Alfred smile and prove that, you know, she hid this wedding dress, and gave him like an approving nod, and he smiled back, you know, as she snuck back in and, you know, hid the dress. You know, Alfred doesn't know that she stole it. She wasn't with us during the journey of the story, but you know, but still, the reader has to give a lot of leeway. But it's whatever. It's fucking fiction. It's comic books. Like, who cares? Like, it was entertaining to me. People thought it was really boring and nothing happened, but I enjoyed it. It was cute. It was fun. It was a. I would give it that. Yeah, it was a filler. Nothing important happened per se. She got a dress, but whatever. All right, so that's caught up to what I've been doing recently. Today, what I got on New Comic Book Day, 12 minutes in, I'm sorry. Thanos wins, last issue by Donny Cates. I thought it was really cool. It's Thanos versus Thanos for, you know, Lady Death's hand. You know, Lady Death came in at the end of the issue in a dress, and you know they think it's a wedding dress that, you know, finally everyone and everything's dead, and it was the biggest sacrifice to her. You know, so they battle it out, but there's more to that, and I don't really want to give it away. You should probably buy it, but yeah, it was good. It's the last issue. The next coming after this is what's coming up? Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider, who is also the Punisher. It should be interesting. It should be a really fun spinoff. I'm actually stoked for that. A lot of people were like, "Oh, who asked for this? Who cares?" Like, I mean, I care. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's really silly and unnecessary. You know, I don't know. It's gonna be a really cool spinoff, I think, or at least I hope. Next is I have Avengers No Surrender. I'll go through all the Marvel stuff first. I kind of stacked them in that order. New Avengers No Surrender. I hope it touches on more stuff with Quicksilver and seeing that flying thing that he's been noticing going around and trying to catch and see what it is. He's not sure what it is because it's moving too fast even for him. So that'd be cool because I hope it, you know, gives more insight into what's going to happen into the Quicksilver branch off of this series. Next is Doctor Strange Damnation, and I'm excited to see what happens next. Most of the Damnation tie-ins and stuff are all filler, and they have really nothing that really adds to the main storyline of Damnation. You really need to read the Damnation main issues and Doctor Strange, of course. I mean, it's called Doctor Strange Damnation, so, you know, why would you think otherwise? But, you know, the other tie-ins are Scarlet Spider, Ghost Rider, and Iron Fist. And I've been enjoying Iron Fist, though. Iron Fist is a lot of fun, even though it is really unnecessary. I think it's going to come... I thought it was going to come down to, like, Iron Fist against Iron Fist, but it's going to be, I think, Danny Brand's little sister against the old Iron Fist. So, I don't know. We're going to see what happens. Scarlet Spider, last one, I thought it was decent. The one before, I thought it sucked. So, interested in seeing what happens with this one. And, I don't know, this, like... the Spider Ghost Rider dude looks kind of cool. Next, Despicable Deadpool. The Marvel Universe kills Deadpool. You know, if you're familiar with the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe trilogy, there's three of them where he kills the Marvel Universe. It was a must-buy for me for the universe kills Deadpool. You know, they flipped it around. And the last issue said that Deadpool put out a bounty on his own head, so people would come and try to kill him, because I guess he feels all this guilt about what happened with his friends and in the past, and the most recent Marvel event with Hydra, Captain America. The last issue was a lot of fun. So I hope this one continues in that manner, and I'm sure it will. Next one is X-Men Red, issue 3. I don't like this cover. I think it looks like a memorial spray paint t-shirt that you'd, find on the corner. It just looks bad. But I guess it has Gambit in it. I don't know. They're hyping up Gambit a lot, and I feel like it's 20 years too late. I don't really care about Gambit. Next is Exiles by Samadin Ahmed, who I think is awesome, and that's the only reason I bought Exiles. I really love Abbott and Black Bolt that he's written. So I was very curious about Exiles, so we'll see how it goes. And it's very strange because they have like an alternate dimension, Cartoon Wolverine, who's a part of the group. But it should be, I don't know, I feel like it might be silly and fun, which is a nice change of pace for a lot of more serious independent stuff that I have. Also, Captain America 700. This one's really thick. All these anniversaries are expensive and thick. But I have not been enjoying the past couple issues of this Captain America series. I thought the writing was terrible. I thought the art mostly was terrible. A lot of people were praising the art, which I don't get, because it looks like shit in the inside compared to like most other comics that you buy. Like this is fucking good art. Like Batman Detective Comics always have fucking solid covers, and you should see the inside of this shit. Like, alright, I'm gonna show you, because I know people would behave and be like, "What are you talking about?" It's, I don't know. It's, I don't know. I'll let you judge for yourself. That's just like some of it. Let's see what else. That doesn't look so bad there. I don't know. Next, it's just like super cartoony. And also the storyline was about Captain America becoming a king, or maybe even, the new dictator or president of America. And I thought it was going to be so much cooler, I was really looking forward to the storyline, and it just let me down. It was just bogged down by these, like, new characters, like this girl in particular. Her nickname for Captain America was Bomb Pop, and she just kept saying, "Hey, Bomb Pop, Bomb Pop," and the last issue was like, "Can you stop calling me Bomb Pop?" So I really hope she stops, because that was really fucking annoying. And mostly every other character was just useless, and it's not good. But I had to buy it because it's 700 landmark issue, and after this, I'm probably not going to buy it. Batman Detective Comics, moving on to DC, finish all the Marvel stuff I bought for this week. Here's A cover, B cover, Superman 1000 issue coming out, so that's why they got Superman on the cover. It's been really good so far. Recently on eBay, I bought the whole entire Tinian, the 4th run that he's put out. I think I forgot what issue it starts on, like 945, and we're on 978 now. I bought like what, I'm not sure what it started on. I want to say 945, but I'm not sure. So say I bought 945, the beginning of his run, until I believe 970. And I got it for like, I think $30. No, it was less than 50 after shipping. I thought that was awesome because a couple of times I tried to bid on that prior of like a big collection of this Batman Detective Comics run, and it always went for like 80 through 120. So I was stoked on that. And I'm not sure how many B covers there are. I feel like they're all A covers, but I mean, A covers always deliver. So I think I'm excited to actually finally read all those, because I only caught on sporadically, or bought them sporadically throughout their releases. And I still caught up on the storyline through different YouTube videos and different comic guys who do reviews and stuff. So I'm still caught up on the storyline, so I'm still at the tail end of it, but I'm gonna start from the beginning and catch up properly. And also New Age of Heroes, Sideways, and also Immortal Men. I'm more excited about Immortal Men issue 1 because I guess apparently there's some Dark Knight's Metal action going on in there. I saw on Twitter, someone said that they talked about the Joker who laughs, like Aftermath, what happened. And I know that on issue 3 of Immortal Men, he's on the cover with his Robins that he has on the chains. So I'm super stoked to get into this because I want to see more about the Batman Who Laughs and the aftermath of Dark Knight's Metal. Also, at the end, the last issue of Dark Knight's Metal, they said, if you read it, they all kind of held hands and, wished Earth back into out of the dark multiverse. And they said they not I guess accidentally or unconsciously let out some inner thoughts they didn't mean to, and this is going to be some of the aftermath. It talked about the Dark Stars for Green Lantern, and I wasn't going to buy this. I know it goes for at least 7 or 8 issues, and when I first saw it, I was like, I don't care about Dark Stars, whatever. But then after reading Dark Knight's Metal, I was like, okay, well now it's a lead-in to from Dark Knight's Metal into something else. So it branches off into this, as well as other issues, like Immortal Men and whatnot, until we get No Justice. So I'm excited to see about the build-up and lead-up, and so I feel like it's a necessary read. So we'll find out if it's actually necessary or not. But I wasn't too excited for it, but now I'm interested in it, at least. Finally, to the more independent stuff, Image Comics, Gideon Falls, Jeff Lemire, issue 2, stoked. I think they're going to go talk about more about the Black Barn, I guess is what they're calling it. Pure homage to the Black Lodge, Twin Peaks. I'm pretty familiar, but I'm stoked to read that. And I've been trying to stay away from any spoilers or whatsoever. So, also been reading Cold War. Issue 3 came out, and Cold War's been interesting. I thought it was a really cool concept. How it's mainly about people that were frozen or preserved to be awakened later in the future for life expectancy. Just waking up in the future to live their life later on. But they were waking up unexpectedly and saying, hey, you're recruited for a war. You're in a war now, and you're on our side, and go fight. And so these people are waking up, and they're just given a bunch of weapons, and they're like, oh shit, and then right away a bunch of them die, and you just get killed because they're in war. It's just a slaughterhouse. But so it's a really cool concept, and you're kind of trying to decide who's the main character. There's a lot of dialogue and voices coming out of nowhere that you're not sure who's talking. There's just like a big crowd of people that stay together, and the art is hit or miss. Like some of it's really cool and strange. Like this is like probably from like a helmet's point of view with their visors, and then others it's more like sketchy, almost like Jeff Lemire art to a certain extent. I feel like a lot of stuff gets lost in the mix where I find myself studying panels, trying to understand what I'm seeing, and who's saying what from like where the dialogue box is trying to connect to, and what. Yeah, it seems it's kind of a mess sometimes, but other times it's really cool. Oh shit! They have a special preview at the end of Garth Ennis's A Walk Through Hell. I'm super stoked for that because I was going to write a comic myself for the first time ever, or try to write anything. And the whole entire plot was these people wake up in hell and they have to journey and walk through hell. And as soon as I thought of that and I was going to start writing it, I see like a Twitter announcement of Garth Ennis, legendary comic writer, saying, Garth Ennis about to premiere A Walk Through Hell. I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, maybe I shouldn't do that. And it'll be cool either way because guaranteed he'll probably do it better than I ever could, right? So, next, American Gods, my Ansel, covers A and B, issue 2. The last one I enjoyed a lot, and I bought it on a whim, and I know that there's the previous storyline of American Gods, I believe 9 issues, each section's 9 issues. After this is done, this is issue 2, and once it gets to 9, they take a small break, and then they finish writing the next 9 issues, and that'll be the last of the whole entire American Gods storyline. But I really enjoyed the last issue. I thought the story was great, so I had to buy issue 2, and I'm most likely going to buy all the individual floppies as well. I'm not a big trade guy. I really like the individual cover issues. So I'm probably going to buy those as well. Today I've been looking forward to this a lot. It is RoboCop Citizen Arrest. It's one cover. It's another. And this one's fucking badass. I love this cover so much. I love all these covers so much. But I've been looking forward to this a lot. I guess apparently it deals with RoboCop and if you see something, say something. Kind of people on the street with their cell phones taking, pictures of crimes that they see and reporting it. And I think they get money for reporting crimes as well. I'm not quite sure the premise, but I'm very excited to read this and find out what it's all about. Next, also, that one was from Boom Comics. One, American Gods, is from Dark Horse. Cold War is from Aftershock. Gideon Falls is from Image. Usually I have these in order, and I kind of have all the independents mixed up together in sequential order if I want to read them, in the order that I want to read them. Next Image is Crude, issue 1, and I think this one is about, I feel like it's kind of like a combination between Taken and John Wick, because I guess it's a guy, I'm not sure if he's like what his profession or his ex-profession was. He gets mailed or sent the body of his son in like a body bag by like the mafia or someone, and he just goes off and gets revenge and just tries to find out who killed his son. I'm not sure exactly who sent him the body of his son, but I'm sure it's going to be cool. I hope it's going to be cool. It's been hyped up in my own head. So, and this one, second to last one, Brothers Dracul by Cullen Bunn, who wrote Dark Arc and I think Pestilence and a lot of other. People are calling him like the master of horror of comics. And I wasn't gonna buy this, and I ended up buying it anyways today, just because I think the art looks kind of cool. I think the B cover is really cool looking, and I hope it's good. But just I mainly bought it because I'm so interested in Dark Arc, and like Baby Teeth, I bought the trade pressing, the volume 1. I've been waiting for it to come in the mail for forever, and Baby Teeth came recently, so I hope Dark Arc comes because I already pre-ordered issue 10. So we'll see if I get both volumes in time. I don't even know if they're out or not. I have no idea if 1 or 2 is out or just 1. But either way, I'll make do, or just end up buying the individual single issues anyways, because it just seems like a cool concept of what Dark Arc is about. But anyways, that's written by Cullen Bunn. This is written by Cullen Bunn. I figure I'll hop on, try at least one issue out, see if I like it or not. And next is the resurgence of Mad Magazine. It's the last one I bought today, and I'm actually not supposed to have this. I was kind of sold it illegally because I think the warehouse or the printing press of Mad Magazine wasn't able to send out all of them in time, and they only were able to send out a few to like a handful of stores. And so I got an early issue of Mad Magazine, number 1, and it's really just a continuation of the last stuff that came out, but it was still cool to have this, and I was really looking forward to this relaunch as well. And I just read the beginning of it. I read Star Wars Half-Assed Jedi. There's a lot of quips and puns, and it goes for a couple pages. And that's about where I stopped, but I'm looking forward to reading this. I tweeted at Mad Magazine when they first announced the relaunch. I think I talked about it in one of my videos before as well. But I was like, hey, yeah, like let me and like my popular meme friends like help you out, because you can bring some modern comedy and some modern design to your magazine that was stale before, that no one liked or could relate to. So, I mean, it seems like the same old, which is pretty cool, but I feel like once you have something that went stale and you try to relaunch it, you're giving them the same thing, it's going to be the same cycle where you're not going to bring in any new crowds. You want to have these new younger people that are more in tune to different funny cool stuff. So, but I mean, yeah, that tweet at them got a lot of likes and a lot of favorites, a lot of retweets, and I wish they would listen, or at least give an open ear to some ideas that we'd give out for free, because all of us grew up reading Mad Magazine. We're all like in our like mid-20s through mid-30s. This group of us that are content creators to like a successful extent. We all have thousands to tens of thousands of likes and followers, and some even more, like hundreds of thousands on like Instagram and Facebook for our meme pages. So I mean, whatever. Could always stream, could always try to make shit work, but that's about it. I think that's all I got today. I might hold off on posting this video, and I might add in some actual footage from Marvel Comics that I got today, after reading them, possibly tomorrow. Maybe post a video tomorrow or in the next day after that, just because they have the digital version included. I use the comic codes, and maybe I can put in some footage. And DC does that sometimes, but a lot of times their codes don't work. They just don't work at all. And most of their stuff don't have codes. And I don't subscribe to Comixology Unlimited, which I might do eventually. I have like the Marvel Unlimited app. And then I use the download codes for the more recent issues, which I play around with the idea of making more comics misexplained videos, more parodies, um, which some people enjoy that they happen to find. You know, I'm a fucking rarity or nobody. A lot of people ask me like, "Why'd you want to do this?" It was like I was like, "Well, I want to create a channel because I love comics. I got into it like recently. I used to love it as a kid, but I really, you know, revisited comic books within the past year, and just delved in and just loved it and just kept going down the rabbit hole. And I know that there's so many YouTube channels of people that want to, you know, give reviews or give you know, a step-by-step actual progression through each comic book on YouTube. You know, there's like a lot of people just post whole entire pages of screenshots, not even say anything. Just you can read comics for free on YouTube, which is probably illegal. But I mean, there's a lot of channels that do all that stuff. So I want to do something different besides everyone else. So I made a parody videos. You know, I Photoshop out all the dialogue of comic books that I'd want to maybe cover and add in my own dialogue. And it takes a very long time, which is why I don't make a lot of Comics Misexplained videos. And now I just started doing these, you know, kind of weekly comic book day videos because, one, I have no one to talk about comic books with, and I'm excited about it. I want to talk about them to someone, to nobody, to the void. You know, even then, it's, you know, it takes time, and I'd really want to make more Comics Misexplained videos, but that takes a lot more time. So I'm probably going to continue doing small videos like this, and maybe when this is reposted, you'll see actual footage of comic books that I read, and then maybe I can give a broader